Welcome to Your Coastal. I'm John Kelly. Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to talk about planting spring seeds in winter. And with us today is, once again, Brian, our lawn and garden expert. Great to see you, Brian.
Good to see you, John.
So we've got soil, seeds, and so what is the very first step that we have to do?
Even though it's the middle of January, seems kind of early to be starting our garden, there are a number of plants that need a good head start for us to get a crop from them. So peppers, tomatoes, for example, we want to be starting at this time of year so we can give them a good head start before they need to go out in the garden.
What about things like herbs and flowers? Can you plant those now?
Sure, we have some of the hardier herbs that could get started now. Perennial flowers, the flowers that come back year after year, this is a good time to get them started. The main thing to look for in a seedling mix is a light, fluffy, airy mix.
Okay.
Seeds don't want to come up out of a hard, compacted soil. We don't want to be using the dirt out of our garden or even a heavy potting mix. We want a good, light seedling mix.
Okay.
So seeds like these tomatoes, we don't want to do too much than barely cover them up.
Okay.
So I made some little indents in the soil here. We don't want to compact this soil. We just want to drop them into those little indentations. We can take a little more seedling mix or something real light like the vermiculite.
Gotcha.
And just barely cover them up. And then come along with a real gentle rain and lightly water them in.
Okay.
We need good moisture in that soil contacting the seed so it can soak up the water and then germinate. This tray underneath is waterproof. It won't leak out on your table or windowsill. So it's good for that. Once we've got them watered in, we can put this little greenhouse topper on and that helps hold in moisture for humidity and hold in a little heat. Once they get some size on them and we know the roots are growing well, we'll want to pot them up into a little bit larger pot, maybe a 3 or 4 inch pot.
Okay.
Let them really develop. Again, we'll keep these somewhere warm until the ground is nice and warm, later in April into May. Then they can go out after there's no danger of frost.
Wonderful. Well, Brian, thanks so much for helping us get our spring seeds started. We'll see you in a couple months and see how we're doing. Okay?
All right, thank you, John.
Great to see you. Okay, we'll see you all later. Bye-bye. Coastal has an array of seeds and a full line of potting soil, tools, and gloves for all your planting needs. So whether you're working the soil in a house in town or on 10 acres, we got you covered.